Hey there, welcome back guys. In this video we're going to show you how to fly in the geo zone, the restricted zone, whatever you want to call it, the forbidden zone. And you just can't. The drone won't let you sometimes, and if you're in a really like restricted area, it'll just be red and the drone will be like, sorry, can't take off, please go get a lance. And some applications on the phone will let you get your lance and you're automatically approved like that. In other scenarios, you actually have to get the approval from the FAA. So in this video, we're going to show you the FAA process. The FAA process would probably be the first video you want to see, or second, whichever order, because there's a video I have on that, which you'll probably see in a link after this video, or there will also be a link in the description down below. But in this video, it's going to show you what to do after you get your FAA approval, after you've done whatever you needed to do, and then you upload those documents to the DJI, what is it called? FlySafe experience, okay? So without any further ado, let's get started. We're going to first show you how to upload everything to DJI FlySafe so they can push it to your drone, and then you can do everything else. But there's another video you want to see because you'll have to get the other stuff before. All right, so without any further ado, let's get started. Let's go to this unlock thingy on the DJI FlySafe. All right, come. All right, I'll leave a link to this in the description down below. You have the option here to look for geozones, and you select the drone. But in this case, we're going to just go straight to the unlock. What it'll ask you to do is log in, and you will log in, and hopefully we'll just grasp out of there. You'll have everything saved in your passwords, or you just retype in, and if you forget your user ID and login, you can always do a reset on the DJI website. And we're just going to wait. We're going to log in. So you see you got custom unlocks. These are all the unlocks and requests. It's pretty instantaneous. Now, this is the second step. So you want to see the first video on how to get the LAANC unlock or the geo unlock or through the FAA, which I have a link to that video, so you guys can have a look. Okay, remember this is part 2. Okay, in order to get to part 2, you have to watch part 1. But since I already have the LAANC approval, I'm going to show you how to push it to the DJI AVATA 2. Okay, knowing that and moving forward, remember part 2. Okay, this is part 2. All right, you can do a custom unlocking where you draw a circle, or a zone unlock, okay? Either or. Me, I just like the custom unlocking because given that I did all the research, I'll just show you right over here. When you get your LAANC approval from the FAA, it looks a little bit like that. It's a zone, JPX, it's just a zone, but I already know where I'm going to be drawing my line. And I think for me, I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller instead of being a little more generous. You could go either or. Once you're familiar with the maps, as you can see, this one I'm going to do with a little bit bigger, but as you can see, you can't, UAS flight not authorized for that particular area to see where that is. And given that I know exactly where I'll be, I'm actually going to be, nowhere near that particular area. So I'm not worried in that sense. And this one was for operation. It tells you in the bottom, when you not operation but mission, and then it's all there, and the radius, and you put all that at that in. But usually you don't have to in that sense. So this is the main highway, right? This place is an unauthorized area, which is I'm not nowhere near where I'm going to be. And as you can see, you can just zoom in and see. And for me, there's Montauk Highway, and you see now the maximum height I can go with my drone is 200 feet, whereas this particular area is restricted. So I'm going to be probably around this area. Okay, and then for me, there's another zone that I got an unlocking for through the FAA, which is this one, a little bit closer to the beach. And again, let's open it up. You have to remember that when you get your unlock, you have to set the perimeters of the drone, because 200 feet is as high as you can go. So you want to stay within your permission slip. That's basically what this is, okay? Knowing that and moving forward, let's go to the DJI Fly app And remember, I know where I'm going to be flying, and so I know the map like the back of my hand. So if you don't know the map, don't, just revert back to it. As you can see, supported devices. Wow, I don't have my DJI. Well, it says DJI FPV, right? But that would be the AVATA one. So I'm going to add device, right? And then what you'll have to do is you'll have to get the serial number to your device. Now, there are two ways to get the serial number. One is to turn on the drone, look through the goggles, do all this and that. And another way to do it is to go through the DJI Care Refresh. For me, I have it in my bookmarks. So I'm just going to go to Bookmarks Manager, DJI, I believe Care, and then as you can see, it'll bring you to the refresh page, so you can choose your device. There's that one, right? And then here we go, bookmarks, and most likely it should be this one. So you choose your device that you want to renew, and most likely it should be here, right? And or if I go to my other bookmarks, most likely it'll be device inquiry info. I'll leave a link to this one. So this one will bring you directly to all your devices. Okay. So knowing that and moving forward, we'll go here to the next page, and the Avata 2, we'll click there. And when you click it, right, you'll see that, we just copy the serial number. It's copied. So that's one way to do it. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to close all this and then enter the serial, because they know your device. So they're going to unlock it. Let's go DJI Avata 2. Okay. And then device name. So I'm going to call it something, a Avata 2024, in case I get another one. So I leave the aircraft model as the same, but just change the device name to something else, 2024 or whatever, because I'm probably going to sell something and get another one, because I want to try and fly it in manual mode, and there's no way There's no way I'm flying the current one in manual. I'll fly the other Avata in manual mode, but not this one, because no matter how many hours you put in the simulator, you're always going to crash, and which is fine. It just depends what kind of crash you're going to do. So knowing that and moving forward, I'm going to confirm. And as you can see, the device is added. Pilot or dock for this pilot. And you get a list of pilots, right? So that's me. And now I'm just going to go, before I go there, before I select me, see devices. Now I can go back to devices, select Avata 2. And that's the one. And of course, there's only one Avata 2, but as you can see, if you have another one, it would add the serial number. So there we go. So you see that's there. And then we're going to click next. So now you can, this is where you would draw your polygon, right? So in this case, I'm going to scroll up. So to scroll up, see how I get stuck and I zoom in if I do it from in there. So you want to bring your mouse cursor to the side or on the top, right? And then do that, because what you want to do is you want to put your cursor in there, and I'm going to go into Sag Harbor, right? And click there, Sag Harbor, Nassau County. See, that's exactly where I want to fly. So now you can zoom in, right, if you want. And I'm going to choose probably the polygon. The polygon's the best because it just allows you to draw, right? So when I drop the mouse, let me just make sure I'm zoomed in. Yep, that's it over there. Coffee Grind, Ferry Road, Yacht Club. Yacht Club is a little further down. I'm just trying to envision where it is, because I know, because I want to get one take on this. I don't want to have to come back and do this again. So now you select there, and I'm going to drop it, because this is the dock that goes out into the water. This is where I went the last time, and down Main Street. And so now I'm going to draw the polygon. So I'm going to definitely going to put it there, right? And just move this around. Whoops. And you can't move it until you're done. All right, so we'll go there and just create the polygon, and then just stretch everything out when you're finito. See, we'll go there and there. Maybe a little bit more out in the water. In this particular case, the geozone, right, the forbidden zone is what I call it, doesn't start until I'm free and clear in the water, so I'm not worried about that. The zone actually is more in the town. So this web interface is a little bit glitchy, only because it's sensitive to the touch. So there's Hampton Street. Go there. So I got approval from the FAA to fly within bigger than this, which is great. So I'm just making it bigger for the sake of, and there's Main Street, and maybe in there, if I, I know where that is. And the reason why I'm doing the whole area is because I was approved for the whole area. So, there's no need to come back and do sections. Remember, only do what you were approved for, which is like a small little area. Let me see. And then, if you're not sure, you just go back to your lands, and then we go. Let's see. They're all JPX because that's, I believe, the airport that's nearby. And there it is. There's Sag Harbor. See, there's all that in there. Remember, and I can't go more than 200 feet. So as you can see, I'm just going to do the whole circumference of that. And you know what? Let's open it up, and you just clone it. So we'll just move this here, like that, and then we will go back. I hate when that happens, but that's okay. We can drag this in there and then just put it right next to it. Okay, and then there we are. See? So I've been given a little bit more. Maybe over here. Maybe over there. But I'm flying the AVATA, so there's no freaking way I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna go. Oh, look, and you see this right here? Look. See? Hold on one second. Right in there, see that? So we'll look for that over there. But I don't have to do true to form only because I could actually do this whole thing up into right about there. And depending on which drone you're going to be using to fly, there really is no need to for the AVATA, right? Because I want to fly along the water, along the coast, and get those cinematic shots. So in this particular case, there's no need to. Unless I was doing the Mavic, which I already have on my drone, then I would. But there's for the the Vada, maybe if it was the mountains or something, but now I don't see that. But I'm just going to do it anyway for the sake of this tutorial. Okay, so now all that's approved, and then we're going to call this the unnamed. I'm gonna call it. Whoops! You have to click on the pencil, and we're going to call it. You could do a circle too. Operation Avata. Okay. Avata 2 because I have a few Avatas. All right, so knowing that and moving forward, so the start date, right? Remember the start date, we'll put the start date as May 16th. Who knows? I might go tomorrow, right? May 16th. And the end date will be December 2024. December 31st, 2024. And the reason why is because depending on the agent you get with the FAA, will determine whether or not you're going to get for the full year. For me, I got for the full year because I was like, hey, I don't know when I'm going to go back. Last time I went, it was raining, etc. Let me just there's an expiration date somewhere in here that tells you when your operation expires. I believe. Let's see. It would be. Let's find it. See, January 1st, 2024 to December 31st, 2024. Some people do for the week or whenever, but you don't know. So, remember, see that right here? January and then December. And they were really friendly about it. I just explained to them why I needed it. Every time I go out there, sometimes it's raining, sometimes it's the weather's not great, sometimes it's windy. So 200, not meters, but feet. So make sure you get this part correct, okay? And then we're going to go reason for unlocking. FAA, and then just FAA. FAA approved the flight. Now I just need the DJI on. Well, let's do DJI capital next. That's your name. I hate when people butcher my name. DJI unlock. Okay. Files. For me, files I upload it's a variation of if one I upload the documents from the FAA that what they approved, and then I also include my, just for reference, my licenses, certificates I took with the Pilot Institute, because they have additional courses you can take in addition to just getting your Part 107. That just kind of enhances the experience and the approval process. But this is all automated, so but you never know if there's ever an audit. You know, at least you have proof that you did it. Okay. So in this case, I'm going to upload, remember the right one, for sure it's that one. So I'm just going to rename this one, call it SAG Harbor. Okay. And then just what I know when I'm uploading it. As for, I can't remember if it will let us do one or two documents at the same time, but for sure we're going to include this, right? And maybe it's just the licenses. That's what I usually do. It looks like only one at a time. All right, so what we'll do is this, and then go to open. Okay, and then I'm gonna upload the other ones and the licenses, all my licenses and certifications, in case there's ever an audit. And then what you're going to do is you're going to click submit. Okay, and just double check everything. Okay, because you don't want to just have a duplicate effort and having to just fill this out again. And remember, I'm doing this for the AVATA, so I know I'm just probably going to be flying along the water and for sure on the docks to capture some cinematic footage. Oh, and this part right here, yeah, there's like these little, some sort of man-made wall that goes out into the ocean that's full of rocks. So, I mean, again, given that it's the Avata, I'm not going to be flying it in town. It's not like, it's not that kind of experience. It's more like a cinematic kind of drone. Anyway, and then for your other drone, you would do the same thing too. Okay. Remember, this is for each drone has its own authorization process for flying in the, as you would say, forbidden zone. And the only issue is that, like, look, see that you have to zoom out again and then zoom in, or drag it if you want to get more of the other area. Okay, but again, I'm not going in there. I'm just staying along the shore. So I probably want to extend my water rights rather than land rights, because that's what I want. Okay, knowing that and moving forward, we're going to submit. Now remember, make sure you uploaded your documents and all the other stuff. Unlocking application reason, FAA approved the flight. Now I just need DJI unlock. All right, so, or maybe, some cases you don't, but in this case I do. We're going to hit submit, operation complete, view, 1 second. That's it. So it's waiting for review. This is really instantaneous. Now, if you watch part 1 for the process to get those documents, that part takes about a week to 7 days, around there, or sometimes 3 days, depending on, who you're dealing with at the FAA. And the FAA is really friendly. I don't know why people like treat them like they're the boogeyman. They're going to get you. No, they're just, just trying to regulate things so that people do things the way they're supposed to. But, if you're not doing anything crazy, they just have no questions asked policy on, what you need. But sometimes it can be, one time I got a fellow who was like really strict, and he wasn't going to budge on anything. So I was happy to reach out to another one. So as you can see, look, see, and now there it is. There's your tracking. Oh, wow, reason. See, it's oh, nice. This is they didn't do this before, where you would get a a tracking number, and then FAA like basically it's a copy of everything that I sent. I don't remember this happening before. And then now you just press refresh. We got our DJI FlySafe application accepted. Look at that. Let's check it out. There it is. As you can see, there's the tracking number. Your unlocking application tracking and it has been approved. Kindly follow the instructions below to unlock the flight restricted area. If you fail to enable the license, you can try to restart the app and log in again. Okay, let's see. Unlock. Depending on your internet, will determine Let's see, unlocking steps for DJI AVATA. Oh, this is new. I've never seen this before. Let's see what happens. Oh, so this is a step-by-step guide. Oh, wow. They don't even make that drone anymore. So this is a little antiquated document. It's possible that they upgraded the text. But knowing that and moving forward, let's go to the drone and do things a little bit more with the updated method. All right. So catch you guys on the flip side. That wasn't so bad, right? Just as easy as 1, 2, 3. I think the process takes longer with the FAA. It took me about, one time it took 3 days, one time it took a week. You know, if you do it on Friday, you'll see it Wednesday. If you do it on Monday, you might see it Wednesday or Thursday. So it all depends, but it's just a waiting process, and you want to plan it out ahead of time. So if you know you're going to need one, do it before you need it, so that when you have it, you have it. All right. So knowing that and moving forward, now we're going to move over to the next part. The next part is basically you want to fly in restricted airspace. You're like, wait, how did... Kind of neat, huh? I want to do what... How did he get there? How did he get to fly over there? Anyway, so we're going to show you how to do that, how to fly in the... I could just call it the forbidden zone. So the first thing you want to do is you want to have your drone, remote local motion controller, and we're going to turn on the motion controller. Now what I like to do is, just so everything just works fluidly, first turn on the goggles, because I just always find it just doesn't seem to be as fluid as you want it to when you do drone first, then goggles, for this experience. Okay, so now the goggles are on. Wait, 1, 2, you see you had a beep beep because it connected to the remote controller, right? And then now turn on the drone. All right. And why, I don't know, but for me, that just seems to be the issue. So now when this thing goes beep beep, now I know I'm good to go, and I can turn on my phone, right? I'm just going to push everything to over here so that you guys can see. Give me 1 second. So that, because now we're going to have to open up the DJI Fly application, okay? Hopefully it'll just push and you'll see it on the computer. All right, so knowing that and moving forward, we're going to open up the DJI Fly application, and you see that right here. We want to make sure, and actually we're not connected because I don't usually see the black screen of your drone. Let's see, let's go to connection guide, and if we go to camera view, no, we don't have it. Houston, we have a problem. So as you can see, it's in quick transfer mode, but we want it to be in fly mode. Okay, so knowing that and moving forward, let's see what we got here. And see, we don't see the goggles. Normally you can. So what we'll do is we'll do this. Just leave everything like that, right? So you're going to take this right here, the USB-C high data cable, and you're going to plug it into the goggles right here, to the USB-C connector thing, okay, until it clicks. And then now you don't have to hold it, or you could put it on your head, whichever works, because you're going to be flying anyway, right? All right, so now you have that, and then why that screen's there, I don't know. Maybe you could always do this wirelessly, but for this one, no. Over here, now we need to hear a bing. We didn't hear that. You know, when you connect it and it goes boom. That's the issue with that. Because look, if I take this USB-C cable, my phone will go. See? 1, 2, 3. But welcome back to everything that glitches. It's not like that with the DJI. I gotta do like this. And it's not the cable. And then, hold on. Ah, we got it. So once it does that, then you get that screen. So you don't drive yourself. If you don't see this screen, then you just got to keep doing it. Like when you go to the supermarket, she's like, can you put it in? Can you take it out? She's like, put it in. You're like, can you take it out? You're like, what? Your credit card. What were you thinking? Silly. Anyway, so on that note, moving forward. So now you see where it says profile. You're going to hit profile. And then, oops. And then we're going to go settings. See settings right over there. And then from settings on the left-hand side, see when I scroll up, I can see unlock a geozone, or I just call it the forbidden zone. Okay, and then now you see right here, so there are two halves. You have account unlocking licenses, and then you have aircraft unlocking licenses. So we're going to first unlock the account. So we're going to import to aircraft. We're going to bring it in, import to port. You see, license imported successfully. Now it's been sent there. And then now I can go to aircraft unlocking license. Okay, so go there. See, where is it? It's right there. So now see operation AVATA 2. And then, you can view it, etc. So now I'm going to turn it on. So now you have confirmed the following statements. I'm qualified to fly in this area. I would say qualified. I would say authorized. If you ever see me fly FPV, you know I still need flying lessons. All right, knowing that, moving forward, but either way, I'm qualified to some extent. I have my Part 107, but you don't need a Part 107 to get a LAANC authorization. I just have it for commercial purposes. All right, knowing that and moving forward, we'll click OK, and now it's on. And then now what you want to do is, final part, just do this. That little squiggly thing, see aircraft unlocking license refreshed, and now it's been pushed to the drone. And now I can have a peek, and there it is. I can fly in Sag Harbor. Really nice little town. And I'll just share with you a little image. See, check it out. Kind of neat, huh? This was taken at night, a night flight over there. It's restricted airspace, so you kind of need approval, but once you have it, you're good to go. But the only issue you might have is that sometimes the LAANC authorization might just disconnect. So you want to, when you're in an area that's glitchy, just stay under your drone so that you can just bring it down and control it before it just automatically starts to land, or you get stuck in the forbidden zone. All right, knowing that and moving forward, and that's it. If you want to feel really refreshed, you can do that. See, again, and then you go there. And see, and it says already imported. So now I believe we can disconnect. See, aircraft disconnected, but we are good to go because the license has already been pushed. If you don't see it, if the drone doesn't take off, just connect it again and just leave it in your pocket. Sometimes you might have to just leave it connected all the time. Just watch out, because as you can see, the touch screen is right here, and you don't want to accidentally press a button on the phone that you don't need to. But I would just make sure your calls are on do not disturb so that you have an uninterrupted flight, because the last thing you want is, forget about accidentally touching something, right? Imagine getting a call and then getting disconnected from that experience that way. But that's pretty much it. Hope this video helped you. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below, or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.